Now comes emotional intelligence. The first thing in emotional intelligence is self-regulation. Let's talk about self-regulation in kids. Adults are capable of multitasking. For example, a woman is in the kitchen. She's cooking food. At the same time, she may listen to music. And at the same time, if the bell rings, she can go and open the door as well. They regulate themselves. But kids, they go after the impulses and immediate desires. You bring a gift to an adult. Even if he doesn't or she doesn't like it, they will still graciously say, "Thank you for bringing me such a nice gift," although they don't like it. But they regulate their emotions. They will say, "Oh, thank you so much." But if you bring a gift to a child and the child doesn't like it, "I don't want it." Start crying. Because the kids do not know self-regulation. They go after the impulses. They go after the immediate desires. If you're a child, only you know what it means to have immediate desires and then immediately served. And this is being a child. For example, I said to Amjad, I am sick of BMW 7 Series. I want Mercedes S-Class, AMG, L63. He said, "Okay, I'll look for it." And last night he came, he said, I think the new model, which will come in 2020, is a lot better. So we should wait. I said, okay. This is self-regulation. If I said, "No, I just want it now, right now," this is impulse. Two things. If you still have an impulse for something and you want immediate desires served for you, you're still a child, because this is childish behavior. When you grow into an adult, you have the art of self-regulations. Like, okay, it's not that important. If it's not available today, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll give you another example. You know, a few years back, in the month of September, we would wait for iPhone. And I would wait. And in 2017, when we were in Toronto, the iPhone was released. And we were in Yorkdale shopping mall. And we were standing in the queue outside Apple shop for 5 hours. Oh my gosh. That was the impulse. But now I'm least bothered because I have learned the art of self-regulation. Now the impulse is gone. Immediate desire is gone. I can regulate my emotions. All right, if it's not available today, maybe tomorrow. You need to learn. If you're an adult and still you lack in self-regulation, then mentally and emotionally you did not grow up. You're still a toddler. Some people have this childish behavior, right? I think it's to do with the mental grooming and emotional grooming. So self-regulation is very important. And then social skills. No matter how bad your emotional condition is, but when you socialize with people, nobody should tell that this person is under a lot of pressure and emotionally is a bit down today. It shouldn't show off. You should be the master of your emotions. If you're not a master of your emotions, you cannot be a Sufi. Because I remember Maula Ali said, a Sufi, his heart is wounded, but his lips still smile. Your heart may be aching, but when you socialize with people, you should have a smile. If you do not do this, it may be considered as an antisocial behavior. Or maybe people will attribute it to patheticism. He's always gloomy, he's always sad. What's wrong with him? People wouldn't want to interact with you. If you're always lost, if you're always serious, and if you're giving a message to others that I am not approachable, keep your distance. If you're friendly, if you smile from time to time, not when you're alone. If you're alone and you're smiling, that's even worse. So, self-management, how to manage yourself. I mean, if you have a problem in life, why do you want to publicize that problem? Why do you want to advertise your pain? If every time you meet people and you talk about pain, you know what will happen after a few days? People will stop seeing you. Because everybody has a story in this world. Everybody is suffering. And if you're a Sufi, suffering's double. A common man who doesn't give a damn about God and spirituality, maybe he suffers relatively less than those who are good people, who are spiritual people, who are kind-hearted, who are very good friends of others. They may suffer almost the double than those who don't care about people. But is it good that when you meet people, you publicize your pain, you advertise your pain, and you make the atmosphere somber, gloomy? Everybody wants to be relaxed. Everybody wants to have some fun in life. You have to carry yourself in such a way that you appear to be approachable to others. You have to carry yourself in such a way that people do not pity you. Honestly, I feel sorry for that guy. That's pitying, isn't it? If you only talk about pain, for example, there are people, I won't name them, every time they come for karam and fazal, they mention financial problems. This is patheticism, man. Don't ask God for financial help. Should we ask God for financial help? No. Why not? Because when Prophet Muhammad in Mecca, when he was making a stronghold for Islam, did God help Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam financially? No. Instead, he asked the believers to lend their help to Prophet Muhammad. And God declared it to be qarz hasana, a good lending. So God will never come down on earth and give you pounds and dollars. God will not come down and He will solve your financial problems. Because there is no such promise by God. The only promise He made with human beings is food, rizq. Honestly, in Pakistan, when we were with Sarkar, people would come and complain about their financial problems. And every time somebody complained about financial problems, Sarkar would ask only one question. Are you still eating food? And they would say, yes. Sarkar said, okay, that's fine then. That's fine then. One day I asked Sarkar, this is the only question that you ask people who complain about their financial problems. Why? And Sarkar said, because God does not promise you financial help. He only promised you provision. He only promised you food. The day you go without food, you are liable to complain. But as long as you have food to eat, in the eyes of God, you're not liable to complain. So we will take it as patheticism every time you come here and say, financial problems, financial problems. Well, yeah, you should review your strategy. What wrong are you doing in your finances? How do you manage your finances? You do something wrong and then you put the blame on God. That's really wrong, isn't it? Some people want to spend more money than they earn. Obviously, there are crises. So spend wisely. I mean, your expenditures are extravagant and you earn little money. Obviously, there will be always financial problem, financial crisis. And it is notoriously famous that when you are suffering from financial crisis or you are surrounded by diseases and illness and problems, only then you turn to God and you make supplications, you ask everybody. You go to Hindu yogis, Muslim Sufis, Christian Sufis, you go to everybody. Make dua for me, please pray for me. 1 week is gone, the prayers are not answered. 2 weeks are gone, still the same. Then you start swearing at all these people. Oh, look, what spirituality they have. He didn't do anything for me. And he is not listening. Even God is not listening. Look, he's given so much money to him, so much money to him, and me? I go to mosque every day. I make supplications to God. Well, he doesn't listen to me. No, because you didn't know how to control your emotions. Now you're becoming blasphemous to God. You didn't know how to manage your finances, and you're putting the blame on God. I mean, who asked you to spend unwisely? Spend responsibly. This is why it is important that you should be emotionally trained how to control your emotions. Self-regulation is to make a priority list. What is most important in your life? And then, in the order of priority, accomplish your goals. If the most important thing in your life requires you to pay more attention to it, but you are engaged in something else which is relatively less important, what will then happen? You will become frustrated. And when you become frustrated, you'll get angry. And when you get angry, you're not a human being during the time you are suffering from anger.
TV, bringing light, love, and peace in your life.